like you said, there was a hell of a lot of competition around that sort of time that subscription music came about as a concept. Why did they become the market leader? I think it's pretty,
Oh yeah.
didn't they? So why did they emerge then? Why did they emerge and not Deezer or not one of these other companies you mentioned?
So I think there's a couple things. There's a few things that Spotify did that has made Spotify so successful. One was, I think, Daniel Ek and Martin, the founders of the company, had a very early realization that this was eventually going to be a very big space, and that there would only be a few successful companies. And so they went very early on from the scale up as fast as possible, right? So a lot of companies do that and absolutely fail. They did that and were successful because they were able to scale out and deliver things faster than any of the competition, and still do. So I think that was one critical aspect. Two was they also came in from, I mean, one of the benefits of them being in Sweden was that they were able, the Swedish music industry was completely dying because of piracy primarily, right?
Mm.
And was desperate. And so they were able to get these amazing licenses, right? Spotify is one of the only companies now with a free tier, right? So you can use Spotify without having to pay for it. They are a freemium model, and they were the ones who were able to build that model with the Swedish music industry because the Swedish music industry was desperate. So they were able to get these pretty good licensing agreements that no one else was able to get, that made the product also really easy to try and very compelling to get people onto the platform. And then third, I think, is the part about where they were able to deliver value faster. So they took an extremely lean approach, meaning like we were constantly putting experiments into the field. Like if you have a developer at the company and you have access to the product with all the different flags, all the different experiments, and you can turn them on and off, like you can have a completely different experience. Every one of Spotify's customers is potentially having a different experience.